Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelorette, Neil Lane's story behind Joan's amazing ring. Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos is an engaged woman. Famous jeweler Neil Lane shares the story behind the ring he created. Golden Bachelorette reaches an end. Joan Vassos made history in the Bachelor Nation franchise as the first Golden Bachelorette. Viewers first met her as a contestant on Jerry Turner's season of The Golden Bachelor. But she never got a real chance at finding love. She had to leave the show after just a few episodes to be with her daughter, who was suffering from postpartum depression. The network thought Joan deserved another chance at finding love after her husband's 2021 death. She began her Golden Bachelorette journey in September with 24 suitors. After weeks of tears and roses, she narrowed the choices to two: heir Dr. Guy Gansert or insurance exec Chalk Chappell. As many other Golden Bachelorette contestants observed, Joan's connection with Chalk was stronger, so she sent Guy packing. Chalk proposed in a stunning final rose ceremony. They have big plans for the future. However, ABC has yet to reveal if they plan to host another golden wedding after the disaster Jerry Turner and Theresa Nist turned into. Neil Lane's story behind Joan's amazing ring. One of the perks of an engagement in Bachelor Nation is you don't have to stress over picking the right ring. Jeweler to the stars, Neil Lane, has been creating custom-made engagement rings for Bachelor Nation for decades. The jeweler spoke to People magazine about the inspiration behind the ring he made for Joan Vassos. He said the ring was inspired by the Golden Bachelorette star's sophistication and elegance. According to the outlet, he said that Joan's classic ring was influenced by the 1920s Art Deco period. The 4-carat diamond engagement ring is a handmade emerald-cut diamond platinum ring set with 2 tapered diamond baguettes flanking a whopping 56 round brilliant-cut diamonds, arranged in Lane's signature style. He said that the design was a symbol of Chalk and Joan's undeniable connection. According to Neil Lane, Chalk Chappell gave the ring his seal of approval. Looked at the ring, he thought of her. Neil Lane added, "It was just one of those things that was kismet. I think he understood the vibrations and the energy that went into that ring." As the drama unfolded on The Golden Bachelorette, one unexpected star emerged from the most memorable evening of all: the ring. Every eye was drawn to the dazzling stone that Joan Vassos slipped onto her finger, a glittering promise sealed by Neil Lane's meticulous craftsmanship and decades of expertise. The ring wasn't just a piece of jewelry. It was a piece of history, infused with Neil Lane's personal touch and a story spanning decades, continents, and even the shifting tides of fashion and romance. For Neil, creating Joan's ring was more than just a commission. It was a journey into Joan's story, a love letter to her past, and a tribute to the dreams she held close to her heart. A call from the Golden Bachelorette. When the Golden Bachelorette producers reached out to Neil about creating the most important ring of the season, he was intrigued. He'd been a part of the Bachelor franchise for years, but this one was different. Joan wasn't in her 20s, starry-eyed and naive about love. She was a woman who had lived, loved, and lost, a woman who knew her heart better than ever. Neil felt the weight of her journey and wanted the ring to reflect not only her story but the grace, elegance, and resilience she embodied. "I wanted this ring to be a tribute to her journey," Neil later explained. "It couldn't be any ordinary design. It needed depth, history, and a sense of timeless elegance that matched her spirit." Neil studied Joan's life, her family, her career, the causes she believed in, and the little things that made her feel alive. Each detail mattered to him as he began sketching in his sunlit Los Angeles studio, the room filled with reminders of his travels and designs that spanned his career. For Neil, jewelry was never just about style. It was about legacy, soul, and something that went beyond time. Inspiration from around the world. Neil's passion for gemstones and rare metals had taken him across the world, from bustling markets in Marrakech to serene valleys in the Himalayas. But for Joan's ring, he found himself looking closer to home. He recalled an antique ring he'd come across years ago, hidden in an estate sale in New Orleans. The ring's filigree design, intricate yet understated, spoke to him of resilience and grace, a perfect symbol for Joan. "I thought of Joan when I saw that ring," Neil said. "It had this timeless beauty and an understated elegance that you don't see every day. I wanted her ring to have that same aura, something that felt like it could have been passed down through generations, even if it was brand new." The journey of crafting Joan's ring began with selecting the right stone. Neil knew it had to be a diamond of unmatched clarity and fire. But he wanted a touch of warmth, something that made the diamond feel lived in. So he chose an antique-cut diamond, giving the stone a soft, romantic glow. He designed it to be set in platinum, a metal known for its durability, and intertwined with the smallest rose gold accents as a subtle homage to love, vitality, and new beginnings. Neil's craftsmanship. Honoring Joan's strength, Neil didn't just want the ring to be beautiful. He wanted it to tell Joan's story, to reflect her strength, warmth, and wisdom. He hand-carved the platinum band with intricate vines and small leaves, a quiet nod to her love of nature and renewal. Each leaf was a delicate flourish, wrapping around the band in an eternal embrace. The more he worked, the more Neil found himself imagining the love that had filled Joan's life. Her passions, her heartbreaks, and the quiet strength that brought her to where she stood today. He thought of the times when she had had to put on a brave face, the moments when she doubted, and the moments when she celebrated life's little victories. He added a small, barely noticeable sapphire tucked beneath the band's central stone as a tribute to courage. Hidden from view, but always there, just like Joan's inner strength. A ring reveal worthy of the story. When Joan finally saw her ring, the moment was electric. Neil watched as her face lit up, as if she could see not just the ring but the care, dedication, and thought he had poured into each curve and facet. "It's perfect," Joan whispered, her eyes misting as she turned the ring in her hands, mesmerized by its elegance. Neil felt the surge of pride. It wasn't just a piece of jewelry, it was her story, one she wore with pride, resilience, and a fierce love of life. An heirloom with a purpose. But Neil wasn't done. As Joan began to wear her ring on the show, he realized that the piece had transcended even his expectations. Viewers were enchanted by its story, the whispers of antiquity in its cut, and the modern elegance that made it uniquely Joan's. The ring became a trending topic, with fans begging for a closer look, curious about the designer who could create something so profound. The requests flooded Neil's studio, fans wanting replicas or something with the same essence. In response, Neil decided to create a limited collection inspired by Joan's ring, each piece unique but carrying a similar sentiment. But Neil had one condition. Every ring in the collection would come with a small, hidden sapphire, a tribute to courage that Joan had unwittingly inspired in so many. In interviews, Neil often reflected on the story of Joan's ring. "It's not about the diamond or the setting," he'd say, smiling. "It's about what the ring stands for. Joan's journey is part of its story now, and that's what makes it priceless." The legacy of Joan's ring. As the Golden Bachelorette season drew to a close, Neil's design had taken on a life of its own. Joan wore her ring not only as a symbol of love, but as a reminder of her resilience, her past, and the new chapters she had yet to write. Neil often thought about the legacy of his pieces, but Joan's ring held a special place in his heart. It was a piece that told a story far beyond its shining surface. For Joan, slipping on the ring felt like a celebration of her own journey, a reflection of her life, love, and all that she had overcome. For Neil, watching her wear it was a reminder of why he had started creating jewelry all those years ago, to craft pieces that went beyond aesthetics, pieces that held memories, secrets, and stories worth cherishing for a lifetime. And as Neil often mused, when you wear a piece that tells your story, it's no longer just a ring. It's part of who you are. Joan's ring wasn't merely an accessory. It was her past, present, and future, all bound together in a diamond sparkle and a craftsman's dedication. And with every glint, it promised a legacy that would endure long after her story was told.